Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all depending on the time we're reaching you guys. Welcome back to our channel. So good to have you guys back here again. We have an interesting one. This one is really interesting. Things are happening in this country, my people. Things are happening. Corruption is killing all of us. Ganduje warns. When that name Ganduje lands, we all know what that name stands for. We know there's one major thing you can just remember. Ganduje pocketing dollars into his Babariga. And what does that sound like? Is corruption. Right now, he's the one lamenting that corruption is killing all of us. Of course, when your hands are dirty, if you don't do the right thing, what is to expect? What are we going to expect? Not long ago, a few hours ago, it was Tinubu that was lamenting that he's angered and he's really worried about this attack. They're all scared. They don't know what to expect, who is coming from them. You know, the attack so far has been unknown gunmen. Let's not forget, unknown gunmen. Up till now, they don't even know who's responsible for all of the attacks. And this is the country where we are. All of these guys, they're all the ruling party, APC. They can see that the president is not steering the country in the right direction, but they are not ready to speak up. They are ready to play politics. Ganduje is lamenting right now that corruption is killing all of us. We'll bring you all of those details shortly. But before we do, guys, please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Thank you once again. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has on Thursday set up an 8-man strategy committee to fight corruption in the state. According to the governor, there is the need to fight corruption by ensuring accountability and transparency at all levels. Represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Usman Alhaji, Ganduje noted that the task before the committee includes developing effective frameworks to combat corruption in the state, which he lamented is killing everyone in the country. He noted that except the trend of corruption is caught and dealt with, Nigeria as a whole can't experience true progress and development. In his words, believe me, we don't need to say that corruption in this country is killing all of us. The truth of the matter is that we will never develop or progress with this level of corruption in this country. The governor warned that under his administration, there will be no sacred cow that won't be subjected to anti-corruption. He warned that the war against corruption must be total, and the Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission (PCAC) would be given all the needed support without interference. In his words, I want to say that this committee is one of the most important committees we'll inaugurate. My reason is that this organization has a dual role and responsibility. Its first role is, of course, public complaints. That means people with some complaints could log it and the commission get it sorted out and resolved amicably. This is not what you call a crime. On the other hand, anti-corruption is of course a fight against crime, which means the double role should not be misconstrued or lost. That is the fight against a crime. So, I urge the committee to bring out the strategies whereby the people of Kano State will have the benefit of hope to complain when the need arises and get amicable settlement. Whether it is against the government or government officials, the complaint could be looked into and sorted out, the governor said. The chairman of the committee, who also doubles as the chairman of the state PCAC, Mujaji Ramingado, assured the governor that all corruption-related issues affecting the growth and development of the state will be sorted out by the committee. He promised that all necessary legal and policy frameworks will be put in place to make the anti-corruption war effective. Meanwhile, the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, has given an explanation on the viral press release warning of planned attacks by hoodlums on airports in Nigeria. According to a statement on Thursday signed by the head of strategic communications, Office of the Zonal National Security Advisor, Z.M. Usman, the said press release was just a routine threat assessment that unfortunately found its way to the public domain. It added that the press release shouldn't have been made available to the general public, but was expected to ensure the preparedness of relevant agencies against any attack against the nation's airports. These are leaders, they will never seem to amaze us. We know all of them. You know, the number one part of the campaign promise that APC-led administration, President Muhammadu Buhari, put forth when he was campaigning in 2015 was that corruption will be swept out. Corruption lives with them right now. Even that Ganduje's dollar, how can he explain that? The explanation he brought up recently was that the video was doctored. The video was doctored, really. That he was seen pocketing dollars into his babariga. That is corruption. By now, he's not even meant to be a governor. But because of immunity and all of the manipulations they do, he's still seated there as a governor. Because right now he's stating that he set up a committee, and that committee that they are able to make complaints that if they identify any corrupt practice among the government officials or within the government as well, they can report it and it will be dealt with. Interesting. These guys, I don't know, they feel that it's to them, they just want to be busy. Let me put it that way. They want Nigerians to see that they are busy working, but they are not doing anything, claiming that you want to deal with corruption when the governor himself is corrupt. That dollar video is not gone. That dollar video is still there. He has not been able to give reasonable explanation. All he can say up to date is that the video was doctored. That is all he can say. But Nigerians know that that is not true. We know that PDP used it against them during the Edo State governorship election. And as a matter of fact, APC chieftains even started blaming the committee that actually chose Ganduje as part of the campaign, as part of that campaign, that it was as a result of Ganduje's choice that made them lose the election. Ganduje says he wants to deal with corruption. Meanwhile, if there is something going around in the country that amongst the most corrupt governors, his name is part of them. This Ganduje is part of them, and is the one that is setting up a committee. The problem of this corruption, we know everything, it's intertwined. When we talk about corruption, it means that the monies that are meant to be spent to be used on things, they are diverted to other areas. Even the military, the scandal that hit the military. Up till now, the funds that were meant to be for arms, they could not find the funds. The arms itself could not be found. Corruption there. If you look around all of the federal agencies, corruption is just before their face. And Ganduje says he wants to fight corruption. Corruption is one of the reasons why we're even facing this insecurity that we're facing in the country today. If these guys can be truthful and be honest, let them be truthful and be honest, we'll see changes, but they are not ready for that. Well, my people, let's hear your own take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.